This is how we play now.
No, we don't. With everything going on at Xbox, you might have thought that they would actually fix their act, but they made it much worse. So the question is, why are they doing all this? Are they allergic to making money or something? I mean, they have been getting absolutely pummeled by the PlayStation and Nintendo for like 10 years, being outsold 3-1 by the way, and somehow their response is to make everything more expensive. They raised the console prices twice, making them more expensive than the PS5 Pro, which was already outselling them. They even tried to sell Outer Worlds 2 for $80 but then had to backtrack when the pre-orders were basically non-existent. And then there's the ROG Xbox Ally, with a standard version priced at $600 and the premium version priced at $1,000. $1,000. You could buy a PS5 Pro and 3 fully priced games and still have money left for snacks. Then just to top it all off, they went ahead and increased the Game Pass subscription fee by 50% and even 100% in some regions. And just by the way, they also show this pop-up with all the juicy benefits when you boot up the console, but conveniently forget to mention the new pricing for obvious reasons of course. Now there are two reasons for all this, but before diving into that, let's talk about the real problem. Now first of all, yes, the price hike itself is a big problem, but the real problem are the sneaky new changes they made to what you actually get in the Game Pass tiers. Because they did not just change the names. What they actually did was monetize quality and resolution, and it's absolutely f***ing disgusting. They threw around these vague marketing phrases like higher quality, but when you look closer, they literally paywalled 1440p resolution behind Game Pass Ultimate. The lower tiers, Essential and Premium, are locked at 1080p Full HD of course. So what's next? Higher FPS being locked behind Ultimate as well? Anyways, to justify this price hike, they bundled in Ubisoft Plus, EA Play, and even Fortnite Crew, while saying this.
We've listened to your feedback, and now you have even more freedom to choose how you play the games you want.
I mean, who even asked for this stuff? Called it a hunch, but something tells me that no one wants a price increase and extra bloatware topped with their stupid reward points bullshit. But don't worry, they're the good guys, and they care about the gamers, and that's why they've been testing out a free tier of Game Pass in some regions with ads, where you watch 2 minutes of ads for 1 hour of gameplay before they tell you to f*** off. All this is really bizarre, but let's talk about why they're doing this. I could be wrong of course, so take it all with a grain of salt. The thing is, it's harder than ever to get into gaming. Not just because of the $70 and $80 games, but because the consoles themselves have become a luxury. A PS5 Pro costs around $750. You buy one game on top, and you're already exceeding the 800 mark. That's more than my subscriber count. So if you're enjoying the video, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to drop a like and comment under the video. Thank you. Anyways, I only dread to guess how much the PlayStation 6 is gonna cost, especially when there are rumors that there might not even be another generation of Xbox consoles, which opens an entirely different can of worms, because if that happens, Sony has a monopoly and that's never good. But anyways, the bozos at Microsoft probably predicted that the Netflixification of gaming is the future. Physical games and console ownership will die out just like VHS and DVDs. And to be fair, that prediction isn't entirely wrong, since Game Pass got like 37 million subscribers worldwide. That number must have dropped by now, but more on that in a bit. That's why their entire marketing strategy changed from being a console to being an ecosystem. And that's why they're also planning to invest $80 billion on brand new AI-powered data centers and cloud infrastructure because they want to turn Xbox into a streaming service next. But now it all makes sense why Phil was so chill about losing the console war, because they never cared about the console war to begin with. They had their eyes set on the future and were trying to play the long game. In their twisted dystopian version of gaming's future, consoles are irrelevant. Why deal with the hassle and cost of making hardware when you can just sell software and print even more money? But I'm not really sure how that's going, because they've been laying people off left and right, ignoring the fact that most gamers are completely done with their bullshit as well. On top of that, they don't even have any good games that could attract gamers to their xCloud ecosystem, which thankfully works in our favor. But still, they raised the prices of the Xbox Series X and S not once, but twice in a span of 6 months, making them deliberately unaffordable so they can funnel more Xbox fans into their subscription service and keep them trapped in there, milking them for years to come. They didn't actually just wait for the consoles to go out of fashion naturally, they tried their best to accelerate the process themselves, just in the hopes to reel you into their Game Pass Ultra Pro Max Deluxe Edition for $60 a month. So what they're really trying to do is eliminate all the choices where it's a possibility for you to own a game. Because if you own a game, you can play it offline whenever you want, however you want. Now sure, on paper cloud gaming does sound good. It's accessible, cheaper to get into, and you don't need really expensive hardware, but it keeps you online 24/7, and that's what they exactly want, because of course it makes it easier for them to monetize everything. They've been priming gamers to be comfortable with not owning their games, and sadly it's kind of working for the time. But can you honestly even blame the gamers? Most new games suck ass. Who would want to buy them at full price? I mean, who in their right minds would want to own a Call of Duty Black Ops 7? If they want to check it out, they can essentially access it for free via Game Pass. And this brings us to the second reason why they had to make changes to the Game Pass subscription model. The thing is, day one Game Pass access on the newer games is what made the deal a great deal. But there's a big downside. The day one access cannibalizes the sales numbers for games because no one buys the games at full price anymore. Now Microsoft acquired Activision for around $70 billion a couple of years ago. And now according to some reports, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 lost around $300 million in revenue just because of being on Game Pass on day one. So of course, while Game Pass was a decent deal for the gamers, it was not for Microsoft. I mean, after dropping $70 billion on Activision, they lost $300 million more due to Game Pass cannibalizing their own sales numbers. So it only makes sense that they made these changes well before the release of Black Ops 7, trying to save it from the same fate, but let's be honest, it's gonna flop anyway. And of course, they want to train you to get comfortable with higher subscription prices and monetization of stuff like quality so that you never complain again. Basically, the guys at Microsoft tried getting two birds with one stone, only for that stone to fly right into their own ass along with the birds, because the backlash has just been glorious. The good news is that at least for now, Microsoft's wet dream of turning gaming into Netflix is falling apart. But I can't really say what will happen in the long run, because even if, let's suppose, 5 million players have cancelled their Game Pass subscriptions, which is honestly a stretch, 30 million people are still subscribed. And once some big games drop, like some of the ones lined up for March next year, a lot of players might even resubscribe just to access those games for $30 before canceling again. And since Microsoft is a $4 trillion company, that's all they really need to keep Xbox afloat until their time comes to start making some real profit. Anyways, I'll leave you at that. Do let me know what do you think about this whole Game Pass situation in the comments down below. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you found the video valuable. Until next time, take care.